Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
It's a sports fan's dream come true. The lounge here at MGM, the sports book just around the corner. We check in with the casino, see if they're ready for Wednesday.
Bernie Sanders rolls into Detroit tonight for a rally. It is the beginning of his weekend blitz of Michigan, and there is a reason why.
And we're rolling into the weekend, and temperatures going to be close to 60.
We're going to start, though, with the worldwide outbreak of the coronavirus. Cases in the U.S. grow to over 250, and one new case just across the border now in Indiana. Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 5. The virus continues to spread, but it is important to keep in mind the risk of getting the coronavirus remains low in Michigan.
Yeah, let's get you caught up on today's numbers from the Michigan Health Department. We just got these new numbers in. So far, 27 people in our state have been tested for the virus. 18 tests have come back negative, with the other 9 still pending. That said, 98 people are being monitored for the virus. Let's bring in Jason Colthorpe with what's happening around the country and here at home, Jason.
Yeah, 2 of those people being monitored in Lansing at this point now, too. President Trump signed a bill to release emergency funding to fight the coronavirus today. That comes as the administration admits test kits are still desperately needed.
President Trump visited the CDC in Atlanta today as coronavirus cases top 200 from coast to coast in the U.S., now hitting 100,000 worldwide. Earlier, the president signed an $8 billion emergency spending bill for vaccines, testing, treatment, and preparations to contain the growing threat.
Came out of nowhere, and we're taking care of it.
There is growing scrutiny over why the administration will not meet its goal to be ready to test 1 million people by the end of this week. Top health official Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Well, there were certainly some missteps in the beginning regarding getting tests out.
The number of available tests is now on track to hit 1 million in the next couple of weeks.
I cannot promise it, but that's what the goal is.
Off the coast of San Francisco, test kits were airdropped onto a quarantined cruise ship linked to 4 previous coronavirus cases. School districts from Plymouth, Massachusetts to Seattle, Washington, shutting their doors with little to no notice to worried parents.
Scary. And yeah, they just called me, come pick up your child now.
The head of the World Health Organization urging countries to do everything possible now to slow the spread.
As cases increase, we are continuing to recommend that all countries make containment their highest priority. Slowing down the epidemic saves lives and buys time for preparedness and for research and development.
And that time is critical for researchers. The World Health Organization said there are now 20 vaccines in various stages of development, and many clinical trials of potential treatments are underway in a lot of areas that are affected, just waiting for more tests to get there. That's the race against the clock right now.
That's really the thing. We just don't know how many cases there, given how little testing has been done in a lot of spots. Yeah. All right, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
The slide on Wall Street continued, but a rally late in the day managed to stem that tide just a bit. At the closing bell, the Dow was down 250 points, which was quite an improvement, a fraction of the declines the market saw for most of the day. And believe it or not, the market ended up being up for the week. Our other top story here at 5, a Metro Detroit man is killed inside a hotel room in Jamaica.
Family confirms Theodore Walling was found stabbed to death inside a small hotel in Montego Bay. Let's bring in Larry Spruill. He's live tonight. Larry, he was a frequent visitor to the island.
Yeah, Kimberly, police in Jamaica did confirm that Walling used to vacation there often. Now, we are in his neighborhood just down the street from his home. I spoke with his brother off camera. He tells me that police are not releasing any information to them. They're just simply trying to figure out what happened inside his hotel room. If you take a look at Theodore Walling's Facebook page, you can tell he loves to travel, especially to Jamaica. His roots right here in Michigan. He was a quality control inspector at Chrysler, and he lived in West Bloomfield. Now, Montego Bay police and the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica are investigating Theodore Walling's murder. Police found his body dead inside his hotel room at Hotel Gloriana. Family and friends tell me off camera they're hearing he was killed during a robbery, but that's really all they know. Meanwhile, police tell a local newspaper, Jamaica Observer, they believe Wallings knew his attacker and there was no forced entry. Just before his death, Wallings posted about his trip, even recording this plane landing right outside of his room. His last two posts stated, "Faith restored," followed by "What a day, ups and downs, then an up." And I did reach out to Montego Bay Police and the U.S. Embassy. I have not heard back just yet. We are live in West Bloomfield tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
And Larry, what are local authorities saying about this murder?
Yeah, and so we did some calling around, Kimberly, and the Vacation Bureau there is saying that they do not like what happened inside that hotel room, and they are urging police to do a thorough and quick investigation. Kimberly?
Yeah. All right, Larry, thanks. Now to Decision 2020, and all eyes on Michigan ahead of Tuesday's presidential primary.
So big, in fact, Bernie Sanders is spending the next 3 days in our state, and his first event kicks off just a short time from now at the TCF Center, a couple blocks from where we sit. Mara McDonald is there right now with what's coming up tonight. Mara.
Devin, interesting, isn't it, that Senator Sanders canceled his Mississippi rally to spend all his time here in Michigan this weekend, which tells you one thing, that our WDIV polling, which has gone national, which shows that Biden is ahead of him here in this state, is clearly what their own internal polling is showing. Senator Sanders takes the stage here at the TCF Center at 7 o'clock tonight. Then he is in Dearborn tomorrow. Then it is Grand Rapids. Then it is Ann Arbor. So he is blitzing Michigan this entire weekend. Joe Biden isn't showing up here in the area until Monday. However, he's already got his surrogates on the ground here, including Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, who is on the ground right now. So this is just the beginning ramp up of what is going to be a long slog till Tuesday, and it should tell you something else. We are the first real battleground state primary. What happens here is going to be watched by everybody. We're live at the TCF Center tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Yeah, no doubt, Mara. No doubt really important to the Bernie Sanders folks that he be able to repeat what he was able to pull off 4 years ago. Mara will stay over there and watch what occurs tonight. We'll have updates coming up from her throughout the evening.
Okay, well, I guess if a dreary Friday is the price we have to pay for what's coming this weekend, I'll take it.
I suppose so. Let's get over to Ben, who's got temperature. Now, we kept giving you the business about you didn't want to put 60 on your forecast. What happened today?
Well, I will tell you, we still didn't put 60 on the forecast, but it's looking pretty good nonetheless, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first things first, getting out the door tonight, you saw Larry in his live shot. Wind chills are in the teens right now. 17 at Mount Clemens, feels like 17 in Sandusky. These numbers will likely be in the teens for much of the evening tonight as those winds are still brisk. Gusts still over 30 miles per hour. In fact, we just clocked 41 miles per hour at City Airport in Detroit, but the winds will be relaxing as we get through the night. Look at how much of the country is dry and south of the jet stream. That means warm temperatures and includes us. Our warmest temperature of the year so far comes Sunday. We'll see what it is and when things will actually get cooler in just a few minutes, Devin.
All right, Ben. Well, the countdown starts now in 4 days and a little bit of change. Michiganders will be able to legally place bets on sporting events. Michigan Gaming Control Board set the launch date this morning, and it's right in time, of course, for March Madness. Jamie Edmonds live tonight with more as the casinos, I guess, are ready to go, Jamie.
Yes, Devin, next Wednesday will be a historic day here in the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan. That's when you can legally bet on sports. The casinos have been prepared for this, anticipating this, and of course, they're ready to go. Just in time for March Madness, sports betting in Michigan will go live. Are you going to do it?
No.
No?
But it's a great boost to the economy.
Oh.
Of course. Money for everyone, right? It's a win-win.
The Michigan Gaming Control Board made the announcement today. The first official bets can be made beginning at 1 p.m. on Wednesday.
Wow, all right, our work came to fruition and here we are.
MGM spent $7 million on this sports lounge and sports book. They'll have 7 walk-up windows plus 15 kiosks.
The bets that will be allowed are ones you'd normally see if you're in Vegas, on all the pro sports, MLS, NASCAR, PGA Golf, and obviously the NCAA basketball tournament starting in a couple weeks.
Greektown Casino says they too are ready to go. Their sports book will be on the 3rd level with kiosks, TVs, bars, and food. Motor City Casino didn't respond to our comment request, but they too have met the requirements to begin on-site betting Wednesday. Louis Theros, Vice President and General Counsel for MGM, believes here in Detroit, with 4 major sports teams and multiple colleges nearby, sports betting will be huge.
Invite everybody to come down and bet on the Big Ten tournament so we can get some practice in taking the bets and they can get some practice making bets, so we're excited about it.
And of course, March Madness should be huge. That starts on March 17th. Now, early estimates are that in this first year, $190 million will be wagered, and they expect about $19 million in revenue to the state. And of course, there are city taxes, so that means revenue for the city of Detroit. We're live tonight. Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
Jamie, that was a good education from Louis Theros. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I knew that you could bet on NASCAR, but I suppose you could bet on anything, right? Why not?
You can bet on a lot of things, NASCAR included.
There we go. All right, Jamie, we'll let you get out of what's turned into a gale down there.
Really?